without further ado, here is the Forrestal Sirion bike. All right, y'all, it's me here with the Women's MTV Network, bringing you a review of a bike that I've been wanting to demo for a really long time. Probably like a year or so, ever since the bike came out. I've had my eye on this bike and I had the opportunity to get it from the crew over at Worldwide Cyclery. Shout out to Jared. Thank you so much for letting me take this bike out for the last few days. Without further ado, here is the Forrestal Sirion bike. This is a 40-pound e-bike. This bike is absolutely gorgeous. Not only does it have a screen function up here in the top tube that I'm gonna put in the screen for y'all to see with a map, it tracks all your metrics that you want on there, your miles per hour, your cadence, your distance, your heart rate. You can even capture your heart rate on this thing if you're wearing a monitor.
It's an absolutely gorgeous bike. It is beautiful. The geometry is great. It rode really well for a bike that has 170 mil of travel in the front and rear.
I got a chance to ride this thing over the last few days and I had a blast doing it. It is amazing on the climbs. It's really good on the descent. It's got 4 different boost motor modes on here, if you will. And it's just an overall really easy bike to pedal. I had a great time pedaling up this morning. Taking it down some little drops as well. And then yesterday I was able to really get this out on the trails doing some cross country. I loved riding it on the up and the downs.
I wanted to really highlight the loudness of the motor here. I couldn't get over just how loud this bike was.
Second level. The key features on this bike that I really enjoyed, like I said, was the screen function that is on the front here. I'm a little bit of a data nerd. A lot of people that know me know this. I'm a little bit of a data nerd. So I love seeing the metrics of when I ride. And I also really like seeing the map feature, even though it wasn't working super well for me in this time. It could just be because it needs a software update or something of that sort. There are 4 different power settings on here that you can ride, which are really good. I rarely did the full boost unless I was going up a little steeper section that I did today, which I normally can't even clear on my regular analog bike. So that was actually really cool that I was able to do that on this. Let's boost it up 1 for this section over here. Pretty good. Boost it up 1 more time. Yes. Dang, man.
As you can see, this section is actually really steep, and even on my regular analog bike, I can never clear it one way or another. So I'm stoked that e-bike is clearing this section right here.
This is awesome. And there's also a walking function, which is really cool. Like if you're trying to push it up like a steep little section or something, it helps you get that extra oomph to get the bike up, which is really cool. Really good components that you got on here. You've got SRAM GX drivetrain. Got a RockShox Lyric Select in the front, a RockShox Deluxe in the rear, all components that are really good for you to ride. I did have to do some dialing in on the Lyric yesterday because I had to get it for my weight and the way I like the rebound depending on the terrain that I've got. I'm not a fan of this fork though. Fork totally be better, but you know, it is what it is. But with most forks, you're gonna have to do a little adjusting either way, right? Same thing goes for the rear. I had to do a little adjusting on the rebound, just the way I like it for when I was going a little bit more loose terrain yesterday, which worked out great. This bike comes with Magura brakes, something I've never ridden before, but actually really enjoyed. It's a little bit different than my TRPs. It's not as soft, a little bit more bitey, which actually worked out really well. It didn't take a long time to get used to the modulation on the brakes, which is actually really important. You know, we can go in a whole other video about brakes. I've got some Crank Brothers Synthesis carbon wheels on there. High Roller 2 rear tire on here, which worked out really well on the loose climbs that I had to do yesterday. Got some Minion DHFs in the front, classic tire for trail, worked out really well. It's what I have on my regular bike now. I'm 5'4" and this is a medium frame. It worked really well for me. I did not feel cramped or anything like that at all. There goes my GoPro. Did you die? Ran out of battery, y'all. This medium mod sucks up the battery of your GoPro like crazy. Back to it. And I forgot where I was at. Totally forgot where I was at. In terms of dropper, this thing comes with Crank Brothers dropper post and a 1-up dropper lever. This one felt a little bit odd for me because I've got little hands, so the position of it, the way they have it with the Magura brakes, I had to really like force my hand down to put the dropper post, but that's just an adjustable function. I'm sure everyone else can get a different dropper lever if they want to. Forestall's stem and cockpit, it's proprietary to them. So we've got the cockpit set up here for that. SRAM shifter goes with the SRAM cassette and drivetrain in the back. One of the criticisms with this bike is that the battery does not last very long. I rode about 15 miles yesterday, cross-country style. I did some climbs, I did some descents. The battery only depleted to about 42%. Now, granted, if you're gonna do a really long e-bike ride, this may not be the bike for you. If you're going on a ride that's 50 miles, I can see the battery depleting pretty quickly. Or if you're just gonna do laps at Sky Park, the whole day, basically. So it really depends on what you're going to use this bike for, right? Like if you're going to want to pedal and just session for 15, 20 miles a day, like I did in the last couple days, this bike is absolutely perfect for it. With that said, this bike is a great option for those who aren't looking to pedal 50 miles on an e-bike per day because the battery does not last that long. The way you charge this bike is actually really easy. What you're going to do is go in here, you push this, it pops out, and you charge it right there. One thing with this, it was a little pain in the butt to add the charger in there. It took me a little bit to get it to connect, but once it connects, it's great because there is like a little magnet on there too. So that was pretty cool. You know, really no complaints on this bike. It felt solid on the downs, it felt solid on the ups. If you're looking to spend about $6,000 on a bike, Worldwide has this one for sale right now on their website. Just click on the link. I'll put it below if you guys want to go and check it out.
While this one is about $6,000, Worldwide do sell these bikes as well, ranging between $8,000 to $12,000, and it's going to depend on the components you're going to find on there. While this one does have an entry-level Lyric Select and a GX derailleur and drivetrain, the ones on Worldwide's website do come with a SRAM X01 Eagle. It does come with a Lyric Ultimate and a few other really cool components on there that you can upgrade on the bike if you chose to.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button and subscribe. We are going to have more videos like these coming out now that we have some brands that are working with us. We're really excited about all the things we want to bring to you all in the future. Our goal here with the network is to really make sure that we're bringing some information to you all out there from a woman's perspective. I'm really glad we're able to bring this to you guys. Thank you again to the crew at Worldwide Cyclery for hooking us up with this bike for the weekend so that we could demo it out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, DM us, email us, whatever you want. Leave a comment below and we'll get back to you. Go ride your bike. And as Johnny Yu would say, go get your bike dirty. All right, let's see how this is gonna go. I normally do this climb here on my rail, my analog bike. It's really doable. Just gotta be in the right gear, but so for this one here, let's see. Second, let's put it in the third. That's really good. So I'm in the third turbo mode now. Pretty good. Handles well, goes up really fast over some of this chunk. Speed a little bit here. Yes. Yeah. Nice. That was so fun. So fun.